That's between us.
They used this on Apollo 13, man.
You're good to go, bro.
Reserve me one. We're going to have a look at the dark horses of Watches and Wonders 2021. And we're going to ask Andrew as first, what do you have for this category?
That's a very good question. I have the Tag Heuer Aquaracer 844, reference 844, which it's so weird to see the Aquaracer playing in like with any heritage kind of overlay. I found that, and it's a very strange concept that they would take a 1978 Heuer dive watch, which has a round bezel and is a legitimately, can we just say that? Why don't we just do a 1-to-1 reissue of that? Like, that's what everybody wants, right?
For instance, I thought it was quite a weird one, actually.
It's weird.
Tag Heuer fan for
it's
many
surprising.
years, and I've never looked at that old dive watch from Tag Heuer, and all of a sudden they pull it out of the basement. Bam, there it is.
And then put it into the Aquaracer, which is not really their heritage line. So it's a strange, it's like, I mean, we talked earlier about hallucinogens. I think something happened there, but I'm happy about it because I don't know about you guys, but like RJ, the No Time to Die, Seamaster, even the Monza from Tag Heuer, which took really like just super, creamy lume and these heritage touches, but in a very modern watch. For me, it kind of works. Like we've got it in the office right now. I could probably go and get it, have it here. But
it looks good.
I like it, and it surprised the hell out of me because the Aquaracer is not a place they play. It's not a place that there's usually that kind of experimentation.
From when is the original Aquaracer?
The Aquaracer was first on a dial in 2004, but it carried on from the professional, the 2000 professional from 1982. So it went, yeah.
What I find interesting is also with in the previous video where Wei revealed his passion for this Bon Messier Riviera re-edition.
That was an excellent video. Watch that video.
Watch that video, and we all wear different clothes as well in that video. What I find interesting is that that Riviera is a cool choice. I remember being a student a long time ago. And there was a girl visiting our student's house, and I don't want to get into details, but she was wearing this Riviera, and she showed how sturdy it was and tried to scratch it with a pair of scissors. And
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it was amazing. But it was a very cool watch back in the day, and I think the Aquaracer also is a cool watch. But what I find interesting is that brands are now doing like re-editions of watches that are not from the 60s and 70s anymore, but they moved up a decade or two. Yeah. And I have to admit, it's a tricky thing because those decades, the 80s and the 90s, although I love them, are not typically the decades of tasteful design.
It's also like when you put on, like in Australia, there's a station called 104.3, which plays classic rock. And the other day, Smells Like Teen Spirit was on. And it's like, we're old. Like, it used to be like Creedence Clearwater Revival. And now it's Nirvana.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think, RJ, we're getting caught up. We're getting eaten up by the 30-year cycle. So, and Tag have done that with a couple of models from the 90s, that like that orange dial Aquaracer. It's just like pure 90s. So I don't know. It is like hearing Nirvana on the radio on a classic rock station. It's a shocking reminder that we're fucking old.
Yeah. I need to play some Scooter songs again and Paul Elstak, and then good to go.
No, you don't need to.
Who's up, Frank?
Okay, well, RJ, your choice was the Riviera.
Well, it still is.
Horse. It still
my dark horse. And we said it's an unexpected gem. And at least for me, it was. I didn't see it coming. It was almost at the end of Watches and Wonders that first they came up with this green dial Patek Philippe Nautilus. And then nearly a week later, they show up with this Calatrava 6111 in rose gold. I really love that watch. I really am in love with that watch. I have to admit, I am stepping a bit away from the Royal Oaks and the Nautilus. I loved them 20 years ago. And now I'm stepping away a bit from them because I feel that they are super hyped, and it feels a bit like a one-trick pony thing. And I'm not the one to be able to say that because I'm collecting, watches of this kind of breed. But I have to say that Calatrava is like super nice. I really have to say it's a beautiful dress watch.
It's again a proof that you're getting old, Robert Jan, but no worries.
Yeah.
We're all guilty of that, Frank.
What a revelation, this video.
During the video that I made,
what is your dark horse?
during my visit to the Rolex office here to see the novelties, I had introduced this term that I heard once in Jamaica, and that term was "me undies go tight." So that when you get excited about some things, you can say, "Whoa, me undies go tight," you know, and I have to say, RJ, the Calatrava, the 6119, my undies went extremely tight. That watch, it's so hard to execute a beautiful, sort of perfect, simple watch, and they just smashed it with that. It's just absolutely stunning. Yeah. And when you flip it over, and then that new caliber, the caliber 30-255, the architecture of those bridges are so stunning. And I dig the fact that like they didn't have to make it double barreled, but since they had the extra space, they did. And the barrels are not running in series to extend power reserve, but in parallel to just improve torque. So it's a super dope watch. I think the watch, Frank, that I really loved, and maybe it was kind of, a little bit obscured by all the other bells and whistles and, mashups with like Marvel Universe and whatnot, is the Qualité Fleurie Jubilee from Chopard. So Chopard, as you know, is one of the three brands that created Qualité Fleurie, which basically was a test that was so destructive to watches that no one wanted to participate in it because they were actually torture testing actual watches, as opposed to COSC, which test movements or did at the time, and to see if they were robust, what they would just blow on them a little bit, like you were trying to cool down your soup. So that they made a beautiful Qualité Fleurie watch, I think this year for the first time, with a steel case and 39mm, which has got these dope ass kind of like manta ray lugs on it, which is really stunning. And then they did this beautiful sunray silver and contrasting blue sector dial. So I would say it's that watch, and it's only 25 pieces, which apparently now they have a massive allocation problem. In fact, I heard they've even had to refund clients because boutique staff were so eager to take deposits. So I thought that watch was amazing.
Cool.
That was indeed quite an amazing watch. I remember seeing it for the first time. I was like, that is beautiful. It's going to be on my top list. However, for my dark horse, I have to agree with Robert Jan. My choice was also the 6119 Clou de Paris, but I chose for the white gold version.
Okay.
It's drop dead gorgeous. I've never liked any of those Calatravas with the Clou de Paris. Never ever before. Now they make it into this beautiful, slightly bigger hand-wound version. It's gorgeous. Absolutely
stunning,
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Didn't see this one coming. Totally unexpected gem. So at least 2 out of 4. But I also love the Patek, the Tag Heuer that Andrew suggested, and indeed a good sign of us getting very old.
Frank, I love the titanium version of the Aqua Racer, the matte titanium, the grade 2, the green bezel. Which one was your favorite?
For me, it was also the green dial version, so the titanium. Yeah,
that watch is killer.
I'm so tempted to just go. I've got them all here. Like this is one of those weird moments.
You're living in a candy store.
Go grab it.
I'm living. I should. They probably would put it in the safe. Well, a watch dealer or another kind? No. I'm not a dealer. We've been only edibles and Tag Heuer. If you're interested in those, I can sort you out. No, that titanium, the grade 2 titanium. Such a tough call though, because it made me sort of lost after our good friend George Bamford's Aqua Racer, right?
Yeah.
Because that had that super high contrast orange with the grade 2, and it was hot. It was hot.
I love that watch, and it turned out to be the end of series Aqua Racer, right? Because that was the last of the previous Aqua Racer.
Exactly. But that color combination, so now with the olive and the little bit of gold, it's really, really nice. So I think, again, the Aqua Racer, for me, the least the least interesting, the least exciting, the least sort of imaginative collection from Tag, really, for me. Over the years, I've never wanted one. This year, I've just looked at a few and gone, okay, I'm changing my ways. Frank, what are you going to give away from the vast stores of Monochrome, or from your desk?
Well, that's a good thing. The first thing that I found was this one.
That's beautiful.
It's used, but only in a very neat way. So only for putting watches inside, and you can put more watches inside. So you only get this. And I took all my watches out. Sorry.
Beautiful.